Well, let's take a look at what is happening in the markets, and we start off with the local bourse. We have seen that three-session rally pausing today. After a beautiful week of trading in the green, the JSE slid into the red in today's session. With the all-share declining by 0.25%, we are seeing the industrial 25 there with a decline of almost 1.5%, leading the losses there. Financial 15 sliding by more than 0.1%, and the resources 10 complex there with a wonderful gain of almost 3%. Of course, we did see the surge from Anglo American with the offer from BHP. Let's take a look at what is happening stateside, and on that front, quite a lot that markets are digesting, including the first quarter GDP print that came in below expectations, growth of 1.6%. Markets had expected 2.4%, of course, showing that growth in the US is slowing. We also did have the PCE inflation figure for the first quarter with its highest rise in a year. Of course, also some company earnings there, company news rather, with Meta, actually its shares are tumbling there after an earnings call seemed to trigger nervousness among investors. So we do have a sea of red over there, S&P 500 declining 1.25%. With the tech-heavy Nasdaq carrying most of the losses that we are seeing there, slumping 1.7%, and the Dow there declining more than 1.5%. Let's take a look at what is happening in the European markets. Quite a mixed picture over there. Of course, investors also digesting some earnings coming out from companies on that front. We did have earnings beats with the shares rising there after earnings beats from Deutsche Bank, Barclays, AstraZeneca and Unilever. But on the other side of the spectrum, we did have the shares of Nestle slumping after profits there disappointed. The FTSE 100 being the only bourse in the green with a gain of more than 0.4%, with the DAX leading the losses there, sliding 1%, and the CAC 40 down almost 0.9%. Let's take a look at what is happening on the currency scene, and we start off with how the rand is doing against some of the major currencies. There's been quite a lot of volatility on the local unit, just above 19 rand against the US dollar. Of course, we did see it even below 19 rand at some point today. Against the pound at 23 rand 78, and against the euro at 20 rand 39. Let's take a look at how the other currency pairs are doing, starting off with the euro dollar at 1.07, pound dollar at 1.24, and the yen there trading at a 34-year low against the US dollar. Of course, you do have the Bank of Japan meeting to chart a path for monetary policy going forward. That currency above 155 against the US dollar.